the USC Trojans, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Trojans will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside is 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Here's the handoff. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 15, top 10. Let's make the college football playoff. Don't want to get ahead of your skis here too early. It's a nice thing to be inside the top 25 now, but you want to continue to get better.
Need 10 yards on this third down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. He might want another play. On third down, he drops to throw. Hauls it in. Gets it out to the 21, and that's not enough to move the chains. It'll be fourth down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Here's the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Shows him the stiff arm. Getting up close to midfield, gets it to the 48-yard line before being run out of bounds. Pick up the first down on the ground like that, and it would make Sam Bam Cunningham proud.
All right, I'm going to need a little education. Give me some context on Sam Bam Cunningham.
He was a great, powerful, hard-nosed running back for some of those great Trojan teams of John McKay. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. This one's complete. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation.
There he goes. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball in the backfield.
They'll try to power their way ahead. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
To the ground. He's got it again. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Got his man on the outside. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Touchdown, Trojans! They grab the early lead.
USC, number 82, with the catch in the end zone.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. The give to the tailback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll go right back to it. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season, and these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team. Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm, but after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Pass the first down marker and still running. There he goes to the right. He's at the touchdown, Penn State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on 1st down. Here's a heat. He'll try to do it himself.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Fakes to grab.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll try the run. Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, does he turn that loose down the middle? And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football. No PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line.
USC offense will take over. 1st and 10.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
So you get stuffed on 1st down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gilmore. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting and one that'll pick up a 1st down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys. Just such an easy place to recruit. When you got that kind of pedigree, you always find superstars at the quarterback spot.
They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36.
Brings up
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you could see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Buying some time. Trying to make magic with his feet. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
The Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. He's got it. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15.
That's a great example of him understanding where everybody is on the field, because that wasn't the guy he wanted to throw it to, but he knew he was going to get hit. He had to get rid of it quickly, dumped it off, and he let his guy go make a big play for him.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Snagged out of the air. Bulldozes his way through. Touchdown, Trojans! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down.
And your Penn State Nittany Lions will take over 1st and 10.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Handoff to the single back. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Bringing the heat. Grabbed behind the line. It's coming. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game 1, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him.
Offense will take over 1st and 10.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got his man. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. I don't think he was the primary receiver on the play, but when you get that open, you become the primary target.
You ain't lying. And a great job. Credit to the quarterback seeing it, because you have your primary guy you want to go to first. He sees him wide open, delivers the strike. That's the guy you should hit, the guy that's open. Don't get hung up on that first guy all the time.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Breaks into the open. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the left. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide-out level noise. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Gets it out quickly. Drills him with the stiff arm. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, USC! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Good concentration to get that squiver inside the 15. And the returner goes down.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
They'll try to pop the draw. Makes it past the marker. He's piled up 97 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. The offense changing the play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Sends it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Right on the money. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He wants to take the top off. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They'll start this 3rd quarter with a run. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. They're working that left side. Turning it on. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The Trojans with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed, you saw his ability to turn his hips, and how about getting his head around, locating the football, and then knocking it away? Couldn't have done that better.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Forced out of the pocket. It's complete on the right side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You know, that play right there shows me that the quarterback has a plan. He had no hesitation. The defense was bearing down on him. He got hit on that play, but he knew where his running back was. He got it out to him quick, and as a result, they avoided the negative play and sack.
These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The give from the gun. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to pass. He's got it on the move. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the maize and blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup. And the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And the returner will be brought down.
Will take over 1st and 10.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They go to the ground. Gets it across the 10, a pickup of 5, and out of trouble to the 12.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got it on the right. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Quarterback making checks. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the right. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the 1st down.
Well, this quarterback has a ton of confidence in his wide receivers to win one-on-one, and you're not going to get a bigger opportunity to prove that than on that 4th down. That was a throw vertically down the field. Not an easy one to complete. He just knew where his guy was going to be and when. Stuck it right on him, and they keep the drive alive.
To the air on 1st down. Spits it out to the back. Makes the catch. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. did a nice job of it.
Go straight ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab on the left. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And the Trojans can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. And with that latest touchdown, he's looking to etch his name alongside the Trojan Immortals at quarterback.
Yeah, and there's so many stars that have played quarterback at USC that when they get the ball and they do their damage, guess what? They win big-time trophies. And this guy, you have days like this, week in and week out, you will be recognized as the best player in college football.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive.
Nittany Lions will take over 1st and 10.
This drive will open from the 15. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Trojans! And they turn it into a defensive score. What a play by this defense with a pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Almost a disaster on that return, but they jump on it and they'll maintain possession.
Whew, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense? Getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
They'll go to the toss. Runs through the tackle. And runs through another guy. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to take off. Got room at the 35. the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. They'll try the left side. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Going to swing it on second down. Fires to the big fella. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down. The Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
He's got 67 yards rushing in this one and closing in on 1,800 yards for the season.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
And the Trojans back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just They need to find something that they do really, really well, and running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his man. It's Bannon. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed and his athleticism, but they have had a plan for him. Whether it's man coverage, zone, they've been able to double him, they've been able to change up the looks, and they
get enough push, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo.
Man, how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Gonna let it fly. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
He wants to change this route. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Got his man on the right. And they're able to get him on the ground.
And that's why this QB's speed is such an asset. He can use it to his advantage, buy himself time to make a nice throw down the field.
The Trojans with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. Absolutely perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.
When you're a return specialist, you're trying to make huge plays. You only get a couple cracks at it a game. You want to make something happen. Unfortunately, he put on the turf. At least his team recovered. But I will say this, the conversation on the sideline, it won't be fun with the special teams coach.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Holds it in the first down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to go up top on first down. He wants a big play here late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And the Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Bannon. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Let's see what they've got on second down. Might be changing the route. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on second down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. After this, it'll be a wrap. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought